I think everyone here can agree that chemical exfoliation is awesome, right? It delivers some of the best results out of all of the skincare products we use. It really delivers visible results. And the thing is, chemical exfoliation is super powerful, but we tend to forget that about chemical exfoliation. It's really powerful, which means it's really easy to misuse. So give this video a big thumbs up, because today we're going to dive into the 7 signs that you've over exfoliated your skin. We're going to find out why this pisses your skin off so much, and we're also going to explore some of the different ways that you can heal your skin after misusing chemical exfoliation. Okay, so the first way that you can tell if you've overexfoliated your skin is that your skin is now suddenly, out of nowhere, sensitive. It's sensitized. Often one of the hallmark signs of this is products that you've used for a really long time that have given you no problem in the past. All of a sudden these products start to sting or burn or tingle just a little bit on the skin. This is a sign that your skin has been overly sensitized by chemical exfoliation. This can also show up with kind of a slight burning under the skin. It can show up with an itchy feeling. It can also show up on redness, visible redness on your skin, but definitely sensitive skin, suddenly sensitive skin is a big sign. So the second way that you can tell if you've overexfoliated is your breakouts are getting worse, or they're just not getting better. Now, chemical exfoliation, especially BHA chemical exfoliation, is well known for treating acne because it can really help clear out the impurities inside of your pores. And the life cycle of acne is about 4 to 6 weeks. So if you've been using chemical exfoliation for at least that long and your breakouts aren't getting better, it is possible that the chemical exfoliation is irritating your skin. After 4 to 6 weeks and your breakouts aren't getting better, or in fact they're even getting worse, please do not blame this on purging, because that acne cycle should be through. You should be seeing clearer skin by now. Another way to tell if those breakouts aren't just normal breakouts or purging, but they're actually, in fact, irritation breakouts from overusing chemical exfoliation. These breakouts tend to be much more red, much more inflamed. This is angry acne, right? It looks angry when you see it. It's tender to the touch. It's very swollen. It's very red. This is usually different from your general whiteheads or more pus-filled acne, for lack of a better description. You know, when it's really inflamed, really red and angry under the skin, this is a sign that your skin is irritated. Another way to tell is if your skin is really shiny, if it's very taut looking, if it looks kind of fake or even waxy on the surface. This is a sign that you've over exfoliated the top layer of your skin. This is especially true of people who love to use AHA chemical exfoliation, because AHA helps to remove the top layer of dead skin cells on the top layer of your skin. Now, if you overuse this, if you over exfoliate your skin, eventually your skin will stop looking like natural and smooth, but it will start to look really shiny and very thin. And at first you may think, well, I want my skin to look dewy, but this isn't a dewy look. This is a very artificial look. Your skin does not look healthy and it looks very thin. And this is a really big sign that the things underneath your skin are not working the way that they're supposed to. Another way to tell is if your skin becomes suddenly dry. Now, dryness is always a sign that something's not quite right on your skin. The moisture balance, the oil-water balance on your skin's not quite right. And if you've had combo or normal skin that all of a sudden veers dry, this could be a sign that chemical exfoliation is to blame. Now, the dryness can, of course, come in dry patches on your skin. It can also come in crepier looking skin. And it also can come in the feeling of dryness from within your skin. So I want to touch on those dry patches, because if you notice that your skin is flaking or peeling, this is another way that you can tell if chemical exfoliation has been abused. Now, if you're taking any type of, like, if you're doing tretinoin or retinol, retinoid, retin A, if you're doing anything like that, actually know that those aren't technically classified as chemical exfoliation. Those are completely different. Now, retinol kind of acts like chemical exfoliation, so the side effects can be similar, but when it comes to tretinoin, retinol, retin A, peeling is normal. Flaking is normal. That's a normal side effect that can happen when you use those products. So if you're using those products, you can ignore this one little piece of advice. But if you're not, if you're using AHA, BHA, fruit enzymes, what have you, vitamin C, if your skin's peeling and flaking, please do not chalk this up to being normal, because it's not normal. If your skin starts flaking overnight, if it starts peeling, that's really a sign that you need to step back from the chemical exfoliation. So another way to tell is dehydrated skin. Now this one can be a little bit difficult, especially if your skin veers towards being dehydrated, if that's your skin type. It's a little bit harder, but if your skin suddenly starts to feel very dry from the inside, this is a sign that your skin has become dehydrated. And even more so than that, it actually can show up visually on your face. So if you notice that your skin is looking thinner, if it's looking more hollowed out, anywhere that you might have any creases or fine lines, if those start to look deeper, especially around the mouth or the eyes or the forehead, if creases on your face start to appear deeper, your skin is like aging overnight. This can actually be a sign of dehydrated skin, which can be a sign of moisture barrier issues, which can be a sign of overexfoliating. So the moisture barrier just generally is a barrier that acts to hold moisture into your skin and acts as a barrier to keep outside irritants out. Now, when you exfoliate and exfoliate and exfoliate maybe a little bit too much where your skin can't regenerate itself, what happens to that barrier is holes start to appear in that barrier. And that's when we talk about weak moisture barriers, damaged moisture barriers, because now you've got holes that let the moisture out of your skin and let the irritants into your skin. And that's where we get dehydrated skin, because you start to lose the moisture from inside of your skin out of those holes that you've created in your moisture barrier. The last sign that you may have over exfoliated your face is that your skin is producing a lot of oil. Now, of course, our skin can become really dry from using chemical exfoliation too much, but it also can become oily. And why is that? Well, it comes back down to that moisture barrier. As I said, your skin can lose moisture through the holes created in your moisture barrier from too much chemical exfoliation. When you start to lose moisture from inside of your skin, your body starts to react. It gets into repair mode, and it responds the only way it knows how to, which is to produce oil. There's the doorbell. Hold on a second. Okay, just ran to get the door. So like I was saying, your body only really knows how to produce oil in response to your skin drying out and losing water through the skin throughout the day. The interesting thing about the human body is that, throughout this whole evolutionary period, we know how to produce our own oil, but our skin has never learned how to produce its own water. So anytime you have any type of moisture issues, any type of moisture loss on your skin is going to jump in and produce a lot of oil. And we know that oil can cause a lot of other secondary problems down the road. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, you probably had a hunch that maybe you had overexfoliated your skin, right? But the real question here is, what do you do about it, right? I think that's the biggest question here. And don't worry, because I have some solutions for you. So the first thing that I want to tell you is, when we went through all of those 7 signs that you might have overused chemical exfoliation, did you see a theme occurring in all of those symptoms? They're all symptoms of a weak moisture barrier or a damaged moisture barrier. And that's really the goal here, to understand how to heal your skin, is to understand that you need to heal your moisture barrier. Now, if all of this is like, what the heck are you talking about, Kelly? I don't know what a moisture barrier is. Are you going to get too scientific on me? No, I'm not. If you're confused about a moisture barrier, do not worry. I have a moisture barrier guide for you up here. This is just going to tell you what it is, why it's important in your skincare routine. So click on there and then come back here. So you really want to take care of your moisture barrier, because once you heal those holes that have occurred in your moisture barrier back up, your skin is going to heal itself. And that's the thing. Your skin can be healed. It can regenerate, but we just have to help it out a little bit. So before we go any further with the tips, one thing that you absolutely have to commit to doing if you have overexfoliated your skin is to stop using chemical exfoliation, at least for 4 to 6 weeks. I know your mind is blowing right now, because it's like, I can't fathom not using chemical exfoliation, especially if you're using it to control clogged pores or acne. I feel you. I understand how scary this sounds. But the fact of the matter is, 4 to 6 weeks in the span of a year It's really not that long. And the thing is, you've over exfoliated your skin and your skin is already in really bad shape. How much worse can it get? It's only going to heal itself. It's only going to get healthier. So this is really your fast track to healthier, clearer, better looking skin, because where we're at right now, the skin is not happy and it doesn't look good to begin with. So this is really the sacrifice that we need to make. It's not that long of a time. And honestly, when your skin is healthy, when it's resilient, then you can resume your chemical exfoliation. But right now it's really important to commit yourself to not using chemical exfoliation. And just remember, in the long run, this is going to be the best thing. So here are some of the ways that you can help it out. So the first thing that I would recommend that you do is to limit the amount of cleanser that you use throughout the day. Now, besides chemical exfoliation, I would say the second, harshest, most stripping process that we do in a skincare routine is actually cleansing. And yes, even if your cleanser is meant to be gentle, if it's for sensitive skin, and even if it's low pH, cleanser still can take a lot of moisture out of the skin that is unintended. Now, when you've over exfoliated your skin and your moisture barrier is weak, remember, you have holes in your moisture barrier and moisture is escaping throughout your skin every second of the day, essentially. So we don't want to take what little moisture is left in your skin out by over cleansing it. So what I would recommend doing is not using a cleanser in the morning, just using water. I do still recommend using a cleanser at night to remove your makeup and your sunscreen, but I think it's good to just use cleanser once a day at night to really give yourself a good clean and remove those impurities. But I don't think that it's necessary to use a cleanser in the morning, and I definitely don't recommend washing your face more than twice a day. So I also recommend eliminating any irritating ingredients in the products that you are going to use. Now, we've gotten rid of the chemical exfoliation, but we still want to make sure that we're taking out irritating ingredients, drying ingredients like alcohol, simple alcohols that dry out the skin. This can be very irritating. And again, when your moisture barrier is compromised, you want to maintain whatever little moisture you do have left in your skin. You don't want to take it out by using stripping ingredients like alcohol in your products. This would also go for things like astringent type of ingredients. The ones that come to my mind are witch hazel as well as tea tree oil. These can actually be drying on the skin, and you have to remember, when your skin is compromised, when it's in a weak state, it's more prone to being drying out than when it's healthy. So it is really good to try to steer away from those types of astringent ingredients. Another one of those ingredients that I'd like you to avoid is essential oils. Now, essential oils sometimes are bothersome for people and sometimes aren't on healthy skin. But when you have holes in your moisture barrier, you're allowing things to penetrate into your skin even deeper, and that's where irritation occurs. And that's why essential oils can be extremely sensitizing to those with weak moisture barriers. So you want to avoid any essential oils in your products as well. And lastly, I'm going to ask you to ditch your harsh acne treatments. What? You can't use chemical exfoliation, and now I'm telling you to stop your acne treatments. What am I doing to you? I know, it's really hard to fathom, but the thing is, acne treatments can be very, very harsh, and actually some of them do contain low forms of chemical exfoliation. Benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid. We want to stay away from that for now, because even when you put that in a small spot on your face, that sensitivity, the irritation that can occur from that can actually spread to a larger area on your face. So what you want to think about it is, with these harsher acne treatments, it's like, you take 3 steps forward with your with not using chemical exfoliation and healing your moisture barrier, and then you put a spot treatment like that on and you take 2 steps back. So it's actually going to make seeing progress, it's going to make that take a lot longer. So for now, just ditch the acne treatments and just focus on healing your skin. I also recommend following what I call a bland routine. Now, bland doesn't necessarily mean boring, but what it means is you just focus on hydrating, moisturizing, and feeding your moisture barrier. Those are the only goals that you have when you do your routines. This also means that you're only using products that you know work for you. So nothing new, you're not testing any products, you're not adding anything you've never tried before. You're just sticking to products that are very bland, they are very gentle, they're very hydrating or moisturizing, and that's about it. You don't need to worry about acne, you don't need to worry about anti-aging, wrinkles, redness, anything like that. All we really want to treat right right now is getting more moisture back into your skin, feeding that moisture barrier and then sealing up those holes. So definitely follow a bland routine, and I want you to follow pretty much the same routine morning and night. You don't want to be changing around the products too much, confusing your skin or overloading your skin. So try to stick to the same type of routine morning and night for these 4 to 6 weeks. And finally, the last piece of advice I have for you with healing your moisture barrier is, can you guess it? Patience. Be patient. Be patient. And this is the philosophy that is going to help you so much in your skincare journey, is just to be patient. Look, like I said, 4 to 6 weeks, in the scheme of things, it's not that long, but when it comes down to it, when you are experiencing it, 4 to 6 weeks can be a really long time. And we can get impatient and we want things to happen faster, and we kind of get into a mindset of maybe even forcing things to happen faster. And that's never a good thing when it comes to skincare. So I just want you to know it will get better, but you have to allow your skin the time to heal itself, and that will take patience. So let me know in the comment box below, have you ever over exfoliated your skin? I definitely have. I have, and I'll tell you, I've gotten myself into some hot water and it taught me a lot about my skin, and it definitely taught me patience, but I'll also tell you, I never want it to happen again because it was bad. So if you've not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I release 2 new skincare videos every single week, and if you ring that little bell, you'll get notified the next time I upload the new one. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, please come say hi. I've got a link to my profile in the info box below. And if you're just absolutely addicted to skincare, it's a good time because I post all about skincare every single day on Instagram. So I really cannot wait to see you guys in the next video, and I just hope you guys are having the most beautiful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.